What's good, YouTube? SlenderRevolutionX here, coming to you guys with the deck profile today of my buddy Dan's Baby Raccoon deck. So if you guys, without further ado, let's get into it, and you guys can leave a comment and likes at the end and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later.
Alright guys, what I got coming today is the Baby Raccoon deck. That's topped a couple times. This version, it's a little bit different. A couple texts in here that you might see fit, and a couple weird things that you might think that's a little bit odd, but it works out pretty well for me, and this deck is pretty damn fun. So, starting off, we got monsters. The main engine of the deck, we got 3 Baby Raccoon Pompoko. When this card is normal summon, you can search one level 2 or lower beast-type monster from your deck and set it face on defense position. So, you're going to go into this guy, which you can also run 3 of, Baby Raccoon Tantan. When he is flip summoned, you can special summon one level 2 or one level 2 beast type monster from your deck. So you got this, and they're all level 2 monsters. You're going to use these to exceed into your main card, which is going to be Baby Raccoon or Ronin Raccoon Sandayu, which I'll get to in a little bit later when we go over the extra deck. But these are the 3-Os, and the rest of the deck is 2 or lower. We got 2 of these cute little rabbits. This card, when it's special summoned by a beast-type monster, you can destroy a card in the field, which is really nice because you're going to summon him with Tantan, and then you're going to be able to destroy some in the back row, destroy monster, anything, and that'll make their field more open, and it'll make it easier for you to attack. We got 2 effect veilers. This is kind of the little tech I put in. 2 Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron works really well in this deck, in my opinion. For a couple reasons. The first reason being Frozen Fitzgerald, because it takes a Dark Tuner and a Beast-type monster to get 5. You only have level 2 and lower Beast-type monsters in this deck, and Frozen Fitzgerald, it's a force to be reckoned with. Another one is Junk Synchron, because Junk Synchron's effect is... Junk Warrior, sorry. When it's summoned, it gains the attack of all level 2 or lower monsters in the field. And that's pretty good because the tokens you use with Sandayu, they get absorbed into him. So you can come out with a 3300 attack Junk Warrior. And that's pretty good. Also, just easy synchron for the rest of the deck, which I'll get into when I talk about the extra deck. Next, Sequella. When this card's on the field, you can, if you control a beast-type monster, you can make one of your opponent's monsters go down to 0. So you can just push for max damage. This card, Roadnut. I'm contemplating taking this out for a key mouse if I can get one, but this card's worked pretty well in here. It makes it easy to summon a Churia Beast when you're synchron. Next, we have a Raikou, pretty standard. Flip, destroy a card in the field, mill 3 cards, but it's a level 2 beast. 1 Thunder King. It doesn't really hurt you that much because you're not really adding to your hand in this deck, and it shuts opponents' decks down, so it's pretty darn good. 1 Wind-Up Kitten. Another level 2 beast-type monster. It can also send one of your opponent's monsters back to their hand, which is pretty darn good too. Elephant. This came out of nowhere. We've seen it all online. It's a level 2 synchro monster. So you can go Nat Beast, you can go Barkion pretty easily. Use Obedience School, which is the card that this deck's centered around. You can first turn Nat Beast, and it's pretty good. And last but not least, Redox. All the monsters in this deck are Earth, minus, I think, Thunder King, Raikou, and the Effect Veilers. So you don't really have to worry about running out of that. So you can use this as synchro material. You can use this to Monster Born, Pompoko, Sandayu, anything, just to get that level 2 exceed. Okay, that's it for the monsters. Going into the magics. You're going to run 3 Obedience School. If you're not running 3 Obedience School, you're not going to make it anywhere in this deck because you want to have max capability to get this first turn. Because this card, while you control a monster in your field, you can special summon 3 level 2 or lower beast-type monsters from your deck. But they all have to have different names. That's why you run so many one-of monsters in this deck. The only stifle is you can't special summon any other monster besides beast-type. But that's not really a problem because the main things you're going to summon would either be Sandayu or Nat Beast. So you don't really have to worry about anything about that. Next card, It's come a pretty standard staple. You're going to want 3 Upstart Goblins. While it does give your opponent a little bit more of an edge, you really want that Obedient School first turn. Next, triple MST. While there's already a little bit of destruction in this deck with the rabbits, this card is, you need to have it at 3. I've found that I've struggled with a lesser number of these because when I summon any of my cards, they just get destroyed before I have a chance to exceed. So I feel 3 MSTs is the best for this. The last of the 3s with MST going to 2s, Forbidden Lance. 2 Forbidden Lance, pretty standard. 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole works especially well in this deck because Sanayu cannot be destroyed while you have another beast type monster in the field. So you activate that, they stay on the field, your opponent loses their monsters. Pretty good. Going into traps. This deck is pretty bold. 3 Phoenix Chain. I didn't really see any reason why to run less. You want to shut down your opponent's cards as soon as possible. 2 Threatening Roar. Some people are running Wabaku, but I felt safer running Threatening Roar. People would run Wabaku because if they attacked, you would still get the flip effect off of Tantan, but like I said, I felt safer with Threatening Roar. 2 Burst Report, another card that kind of came out of nowhere. You can activate this card and pay 2,000 life points, especially on 1 monster in your graveyard in face-on defense position. So you could get any card. You get a Junk Synchron, flip it face up. You could get Tantan, flip it face up, use its effect, get another card. Pretty much anything's at your disposal. And 2 Mirror Force. That is it for the main deck, and now I'm going to run to the extra deck real quick. It doesn't really take that much explaining. You're going to be running 3 of these. There's only 2 here. The third one's in the mail, so don't worry. 3 Ronin, Raccoon, Sanayu. This card, it takes 2 level 2 beast monsters, and you can take one of the XC material from this card, summon a token, and that token gains the attack of the max attack monster in the field. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects or battle if you control another beast type monster in the field. The next Exceed is going to be Gachi Gachi, and then Herald of Green Light. Herald of Green Light's another 2 level 2 Exceed. If you attach an XC material from this card, you can add 1 card from your graveyard back to your hand as long as you put a card back from your hand into your deck. And that's it for the Exceeds. Next, Armoron. Anything, you can use Elephant on any of your beast type monsters. And then you got Nat Beast. Nat Beast, too good not to run in this deck. This card, you can remove 2 cards from your graveyard and negate a magic card. And then you go into Ferdinand Fitzgerald, another 5 Junk Synchron on any of your level 2 monsters. Junk Warrior, just pretty standard. I mean, it gains the attack of all your level 2 or lower monsters. It's a really beefy thing. Cataster, another easy summon with Junk Synchron, and it can go over most decks right now. That's it for those. Next is Nichiri Barkion. You can negate an activation of a trap card. Gaia, pretty standard. Black Rose, Stardust. I chose to run Crimson Blader because he's another really beefy attack monster that's pretty easy to get in this deck. And lastly, Leo. Leo takes a little bit of commitment, but it is possible. Your opponent cannot target this card until main phase 2 with any of their effects. He's a 3100 attacker. If you can manage to get this and one of the tokens from Sanayu in the deck, you're going to have no problem trumping your opponent. And it's a beast monster, so you can summon it first turn if you can get Obedient School. That's it for the deck. I hope you guys liked it. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have anything to say. This is SlenderRevolutionX signing out.